Hello everyone, it's Kari, and today I'm excited to be sharing this card set from scrapbook.com for the Cards for Kindness campaign. There are so many cute sentiments on this stamp set, like thinking of you, thank you, hugs, sending sunshine, hello, and happy birthday, also happy mail. I'm going to be using this new stencil called Rose Bloom along with the new stamp set to show you a couple of cards made with these products. So I will explain a little more about the Cards for Kindness campaign in just a minute, but first I'm going to take this stencil and I will tape the paper to the back of it. I'll be using a couple of inks from scrapbook.com. This yellow one is called Lantern Light, and then the pink is Pink Flamingo. And I'm just going to take some of these life-changing blender brushes and I'll have a scrap piece of paper here to the left, and I'm just going to ink that up and then I'll dab off the excess ink on the scrap paper before I take it to the stencil. The yellow is going to be for the center of the flowers, and then I'm going to take that pink flamingo and I will ink up all around those centers so we get a nice, soft, beautiful rose bloom with pinks and yellows. Now, the yellow is a little bit hard to see on screen, but it is so beautiful and such a soft, pretty color for these roses. So the Cards for Kindness campaign is something that scrapbook.com has put together to spread kindness through cards. And so what you do is you send your handmade cards into scrapbook.com and they organize them and distribute the cards to hospitals, crisis centers, cancer foundations, retirement homes, and other organizations. And they're used by nurses and staff and counselors, volunteers who write a handwritten message to give to patients and people in need. So this is perfect for this time of year. And if you want to find out more about this Cards for Kindness, go to their website. It's www.scrapbook.com/cards for kindness. You can use this stamp set if you would like. I have a link to it below in the description, but you can use any stamps that you already have as well. And you'll include an envelope and the card along with a submission form that they have on their website, and go ahead and send all of that in. Now, while I was talking about the Cards for Kindness, you may have noticed that I inked up just a portion of that stencil so that I had one extra bloom, and now I'm taking some Prismacolor pencils and just darkening up the insides of each of those petals to make it just pop just a little more from the background. And what I'm going to do is just fussy cut that out, and I'm going to use that as a focal point. I'm using the thank you from the Cards for Kindness stamp set, and I stamped that in the same Pink Flamingo pink ink. And now I'm just going to add a stripe of yellow and that flower that we just did, and I'll pop that one up with some foam tape. I'm using my favorite liquid adhesive right now. This is the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and this adhesive has not done me wrong yet. It keeps everything on from sequins to papers, and it keeps my cards together. So I really like it. So I'm going to take some foam squares here. These are the square foam squares from scrapbook.com, and I will just use those on the back of this rose. You can see I used a little bit of scrap paper for that. I like to use up all my paper, no matter what. So no one's going to see the back of this, but it is going to work perfect for this card. And now I'll just attach that to a pink matte paper here. This is just a pink cardstock. So I did cut that card panel down so that I had a little bit of pink showing from all of the edges. And now I'll just attach that to my note card here. These are some pre-scored, pre-cut note cards. So all you have to do is fold them over, and I use my bone folder to get a really nice crease there. I love having these on hand because it makes card making so easy and fast. I'll just attach that panel there to the card, and there's our first card. I'm going to add some clear droplets just to finish it off. I couldn't resist because that's how much I love this new embellishment wand. It is so nice. There's our card. Look how beautiful and soft those colors are, and that beautiful rose stencil creates such an amazing panel. So now I'm going to use this set to make the second card, and I'm going to use the Sending Hugs stamp set. Now, even though I am just making these two cards, I have a whole bunch of cards to show you at the end. I could not stop creating with this set. It is so much fun, and they're all the sentiments I just love. So I'm stamping this little cute polar bear and hedgehog stamp set. That's a different stamp from Penny Black, and then I'm going to use the Sending Hugs from the Cards for Kindness stamp set, and I'll heat emboss that with some clear embossing powder so that I don't smear that. I did use, for the bear, I did use an amalgam ink so that I could Copic color, and now I'm just going to take some of these Copic colors and color this in. I'm doing some very simple Copic coloring because I am going to make a whole bunch of these. And this is an easy card to make. However, when you are mass producing cards, you want to make it super simple. I'm using the minimum amount of Copic markers for this image, and I'm taking the E30 and coloring in the entire hedgehog here, and the outside of him is the E35, and then I go ahead and blend that back together with the E30 once again. I did add some pink to his cheeks. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video. And then for his spines, do you call those spines for a hedgehog? Anyway, I'm using the E57 to just kind of go over all those spines, and then I will use the E35 once again to color in between all of the spines. Very simple. I colored probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these cards at the same time. So it was simple and fast. For the bear, I started out with BG0000, and then I took some cool grays, C1, C0, and then I blended all of that out with the colorless blender. He's like a polar bear, so he's white with a little tint of blue. So I made this super, super easy. You can see I'm just feathering out with the cool grays here, and then I'll go over and just keep blending it out with the lighter and lighter until I get to that colorless blender. Such a cute image, and it goes so nicely with this Sending Hugs sentiment from the Cards for Kindness set. I really loved it. I thought it was so cute. And how would you love to receive a cute little card with a bear and a hedgehog? To add some color, I am going to take this Moroccan tile stencil from scrapbook.com. It's one of my favorites, and I will mask off that little bear and hedgehog, and I'll also mask off this sentiment with just some post-it tape, and then I'll tape on that Moroccan tile stencil. I'll just turn this over and tape the back with some purple tape. This is super quick. As I said, I made a whole bunch of these at once, and so I just wanted it to be really quick. You can see that I used that mask before for the bear because I made a few of these. I forgot to mask off that heart there, but I will do that in a minute. You'll see. So I'm going to take a bunch of distress inks here and just use the stencil brushes to ink that on really quick. Like I said, I wanted a fast card, and I only sped this up just a little bit. So this in real life just took me a few seconds to ink the entire thing. And wait till you see the reveal. I'm just going to go through all the colors of the rainbow, and so I've got the red, which is the worn lipstick, the orange is spice marmalade, the yellow is mustard seed, the green is the mowed lawn, there's that heart. The green is the mowed lawn, and the blue is peacock feathers. So let's take a look at how this turned out. It's such a beautiful background. And I'll just use my craft pick to remove those masks and set those aside because you can reuse these over and over, and I did a number of times. So it works for quite a few times. And if I didn't mention it before, that's the Gina K Masking Magic, which I really like because it's quite thin, so it doesn't create a border around your image. Really worked out great. So I'm just going to glue that right onto my top folding card here, and there is our Sending Hugs card. Now I'm going to show you all of the cards that I've made. I didn't make all of them on camera because I didn't want this to be a crazy long video, but there's the first 2 I made with this set here, and now I'm going to show you some of the others I made. Here's one I made with the hello, a nice rainbow bright, beautiful card. I wanted a happy birthday card, so this one is more pastel colors, and then the thinking of you, I used a Doodle-Pop sticker here for this one and another Mod Circle stencil just to ink up just a portion of that. And then for this one I used the rainbow stamp here and then the little heart that I stamped right in the middle of the rainbow, and I added some Stickles glitter glue on top so that the hearts were just so sparkly and beautiful. And that's the Sending Sunshine. And then I did another Sending Hugs with the polka dot, lots of dots, stencil. It's called Dotted Stencil. So there is a look at all the cards I've made so far with this set. I'm going to keep on going so I can donate more cards to the Cards for Kindness campaign. I hope you were inspired to make some cards yourself. Don't forget to head on over to the website at www.scrapbook.com/cards for kindness so that you can also submit your cards. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to see you next time. I'll be back really soon with some more inspiration and more cards. And until then, I hope you keep up your crafting and sending smiles and cheer. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.